wonder when you hear about a bus bombings, terrorism, so forth, what happens to the victims? Who takes care of them? Well, that is one of the many things that Magen Adom does to take care of that. Robert Schwartz is with the American Friends of Magen Adom and has flown up from Florida to give us information about his organization. Please make him welcome.
Regardless of what part of the community, the Christian, the Jewish community, people of good faith, people of humanity. I represent an organization for the past 30 years in the Southeast United States that supports the emergency medical services of Israel. Magen Adom is an organization that has functioned since well before the state, since 1930, assisting every man, woman, and child in Israel with public emergency medical services, with over 700 ambulances in service, with the top blood service in the Middle East, and the top paramedic services in the Middle East. We're there when somebody is injured, when the bombing takes place, when somebody is hurt, when somebody has a heart attack, when a baby is born, we are there. And we will be there at all times. In every war, in every conflict, in every daily life, whether it be, and one of the problems I consider almost like a war is the roadside accidents that Israelis have when they're driving. And as anybody here who's been to Israel umpteen times knows that we are there. The size of Israel is comparable to the size of New Jersey. It's approximately New Jersey. And could you imagine a national service which can be anywhere within 10 or 15 minutes, anywhere within the state, and that's what we do. So on my behalf, on behalf of our organization, and our well over 100,000 members, and the $30 million that we give a year for ambulances, for blood services, for emergency equipment, for stem cell research today, for all that's going on in order to save human life, together with the various hospitals. By the way, we are the organization that provides all of the ambulance services to Schwartz, to Hadassah, to Rambam, to various other hospitals throughout the state. And we will stand with you and be with you. I must say, this is my third trip to South Carolina in the past couple of years. Although my wife is from Savannah, so it's a little bit down the road in a different state. And I had the privilege of speaking at Beth Elohim in Charleston about 2 months ago. You have a wonderful, wonderful state with wonderful people. And I applaud the support that each of you gives, whether it's from the evangelical community, whether it's from the local Jewish community, and we will be here to support whatever you do in the future. I would say that I would leave you with a short little presentation by saying the motto of our organization is, "He who saves a single life is said to have saved the entire world." And I'm going to leave you with a story. In 1985, we had a convention at the Jerusalem Old Hilton Hotel. And at the Old Hilton Hotel, we had Rabin there, we had Shamir there, believe it or not, all these people. We had Magen there, we had Abba Even there. Coming up to the first floor, a gentleman collapsed on the steps, and he was grabbed by one of the people. He eventually we found out he had a stroke. Call went out to Magen Adom and came an ambulance within about 5 minutes. And my executive at the time said, "Go in the ambulance with him to the hospital." We arrived at Hadassah Hospital. And I'm a former Army officer, so I understand what it is for medical emergencies, and so especially and certainly with teams working together. Well, they got to Hadassah, and when they arrived at Hadassah, the Hadassah emergency team came out and worked on it, along with the Magen Adom team. As a team, they brought him in. About a half hour to 40 minutes minutes later, out came the driver who looked like a normal pizza delivery man, a little heavy set with a mustache. And he said to me, I said to him, how did it go? He said, he's going to survive. I said, isn't that wonderful? He then said something that stuck with me for 24 years, but we lost one today. I'll say it again, we lost one today. So on behalf of my organization, the American Friends of Magen, Adom, the people of Israel, all 7 million plus people smiling and enjoying their 61st anniversary, I thank you for your support, and God willing that we will support and break bread together for many years to come. Thank you.